This video was sponsored by Devil Inspired. Devil Inspired is a repeat sponsor of mine, and I'm so grateful that they continue to support my work. In the last video, they sponsored some of the comments expressed concerns with Devil Inspired, and I wanted to make sure that you know you can totally complain about any issues you have with them in the comments. Don't be afraid to comment. I won't get in any trouble, and Devil Inspired has shown improvements by taking criticism they have found from my comments. So please don't feel silenced just because a video is sponsored. If you do have any specific issues with an order, please contact them via email or filling out this page on their website. Devil Inspired is an online store with loads of Lolita fashion pieces you can shop from easily and conveniently. In this video, the coordinate I'm wearing is entirely from Devil Inspired. My dress and headpiece are Diamond Honey's gift box series, and my blouse is by HBSN. Hello friends, and welcome to the 16th episode of Fixing Your Coordinates. If you are new here, this is my series where I take viewer Lolita coordinate submissions and I take a look at them and fix anything that might be a little bit off or offer different ways to wear your coordinates. All of the information on how to submit is in the description below. The way that I go through this email is I just search the words fixing and fixing coordinates, and I try to go back in the email to the last one that I looked at. So I try to go through all of them in order, and I don't open them until I've shown them in a video. Please feel free to leave your own advice for each of these Lolitas in the comments, because we all have different style influences, we all have different things that we like and color combinations and experimentations, so you might have advice that you can help them out with that I might not think of. And also, I love reading your suggestions too, because I learn a lot from them as well. We like sharing information on this channel. At cutesy_nay, I'm wondering if you can help broaden my mind on different things to do with my dresses. My mind is stuck on just one way. I don't really attend meets as I don't drive, and they are over an hour away from me. They also clash with my family time. I'm a mom. I tend to wear Lolita casually down to the shops or sometimes on my family outings. I like sweet and classic styles. Nay submitted 2 coordinates, but I'm really just going to focus on one of them because of time, and I think that this advice can be used for both of them and different coordinates as well. So it seems like you are having difficulty in the headpiece department, the head arrangement, because I've noticed that you wore your flower crown in these 2 photos, and then you also, it seems like you're wearing a bow that matches the dress in the other look. I have a video all about headdresses for Lolita and headpieces, and I think that it might be helpful to you. Even if in that video there isn't like an exact headpiece that you want, it might give you more ideas and more options that could work for you. Whenever I think about moms in Lolita, I always think that the coordinate has to be like the most comfortable, like easy, wearable as possible, because you've got so many other things going on, and the last thing you want to be worrying about is like, oh, is my wig slipping? Is my headpiece falling? You know, do I have all my accessories? I really love these coordinates. I think that another like casual way to wear this would be to take your braids and wrap them around your head like really tight, and maybe just like stick a flower or 2 in it, or not, just have your braided hair be like a statement piece, and then that would offer a different look that's more casual. And maybe you could wear this with like sneakers. I know some people are gonna be so mad about it, but it's like you gotta take your comfort and like the reality of wearing it, because it's better to substitute having a perfect aesthetic and having comfort and being able to wear it. I think that this would be really cool to see if you pulled out the reds in it, because I just love reds, and there's a couple different shades of pink and red in this skirt that I think would be really fun to play with. You have beautiful hair too, and I think that it'd be really fun to experiment with more hairstyles. I think that like space buns would be really cute. And I think that this can definitely be styled in like classic, sweet, even country. I think this would look cute with a straw boater hat, a beret. I also recently got a head bow that I think is in my headpieces video, and it's like 3 bows on 1 band, and that's a really nice piece to just put on that's easy but looks really elegant and adds a lot to your coordinate. Hello lore, my name is Eli, or Bacchus. This cord is a little bit of a mishmash. This dress was something I found in the mall. The blouse is from Scarlet Darkness. The shoes I found at Goodwill, and I made my own laces with gold ribbon. The tights are Song of I think that's a Taobao brand. I have no idea how to say that. And the earrings and necklace I made myself. I know I should be using a petticoat. I've since ordered one, but it hasn't arrived yet. And I need something else to use as a belt. I got some gold cording at the time, but I have since lost it. I have plans to get a thick velvet ribbon and make a similar belt to the necklace I made. Other than that, I'm not too sure what to add. I'd love to find a hat to wear or maybe some small accessories that look good on short hair. The pictures of me with the dinosaurs were taken at a friend's wedding and are the only pictures I have of the complete outfit. Okay, let's take a look. So first of all, I love short hair in Lolita so much. I feel like I contradict myself because I talk a lot about balancing your hair, your headpieces with the rest of your cord. But I feel like short hair is a statement in itself, and I don't think that you necessarily need to have like a big hat or a big bow or something there. I think that if you have a planned hairstyle, like your hair is not just short, it's styled and it looks really nice. And I think that that balances itself. And I really don't think that you need accessories or anything on top of it because I just think that it already looks really nicely balanced. And I find that true with a lot of Lolitas who wear short hair. Sometimes when you try to like add smaller accessories, it kind of like takes away from it because the shape of it already is so nice. I think that it could be cool to make some sort of like clip or like half crown that's kind of like Caesar because you have this like nice leaf pattern on the dress. This outfit does not read as Lolita to me, and I think what will make the biggest difference is having a petticoat, which you've already addressed. But I definitely think that without it, the shape just doesn't read as Lolita, but with a petticoat, it will help. This dress is kind of on the cusp of being Lolita and not being Lolita. Obviously, it wasn't made with the intention of being a Lolita dress, and it does remind me of Lolita dresses I've seen, but I almost wish that this section was like repeated. I wish that it was like 2 layers because it's just slightly too short, but I think that a petticoat will definitely help that, and possibly an underskirt because it would add a little bit more length, and especially one that maybe has like ruffles because this ends, you know, like sharply, I guess, and having like Lady Sloth's underskirt where it has ruffles, it would look intentionally Lolita. You don't want to get like a huge underskirt that's gonna like have a lot of separation, but just something to have a few more ruffly layers underneath it will make it look a lot more Lolita, I think. There's a belt that I see a lot of gothic Lolitas wear that's like hands, and it's really cute. I'm gonna try and find where that belt is from because I think that that would look really cool with this like gold hands. Some sort of waist belt that has like a decorative clasp. Although, because the dress is so intricate already, I don't even know if you really need, like maybe just a plain belt would be better. I really, really like this like rope style belt. I know you said you lost it, but I think that that looks really cool and it reminds me of moitié, and so if there's other material that you could use to do that, I would really love to see that. It's kind of hard to see in these photos, but I can tell that the blouse has kind of a slightly more sheer material than the tights, which is a really nice balance. I really like that. And yeah, I'd love to see this with a petticoat, honestly. It makes such a huge difference. Hi Lore, my name is Jade. These are my first 2 Lolita dresses. Both are Lady Sloth. I really like what I did for Winter Spice, but I want better shoes and top for it. Thinking about adding some more brown colors in it. For Gone Baddie, I don't like the headpiece I wore, so I want to change that and find a better blouse for it as well. Okay, so for Winter Spice, I don't have a lot of advice because this is a color palette that I'm not used to really working with, like yellow and navy. Initially, just like what stood out to me is I think I would go for, with this existing cord with your headpiece and your blouse and your gloves, I would go for like a long white sock with a frilly edge and maybe like tea party shoes. but that is the most basic advice that I can possibly give. Please, in the comments, if you have more advice for this coordinate, please let her know. Please comment it, because I feel like anything that I advise is gonna be bad because I'm just not used to working in this style. However, I have so many ideas for Gone Baddie, and I'm so excited. I really like this headdress. I think that you should give it another shot because I really like it. I think it's really beautiful. Also, your hair is really beautiful. I love it, and they look so nice together. For me, what's throwing me off in this coordinate picture is the shoes. And I like the shoes, but together, I feel like they need to be separate coordinates. The top part of this, your blouse, your headpiece, is reading really elegant. This is like you're going to a tea party, a high tea, a special event. But then the shoes are more like street fashion, punky. So I think that if you just got a more elegant looking shoe, a fancier shoe, this coordinate would be perfect. There, done. Excellent. A different blouse. I think that a princess sleeve blouse would look really cute with this and give it more of a elegant over-the-top look. And Lady Sloth has some princess sleeve blouses. I'll put a bunch more on screen as examples. There's a Centauro one that I think comes in this color. It comes in a lot of colors that I own, that I really love, and I think would look really great with this headpiece and with this coordinate overall. Shoes. Hear me out. I'm so specific about wire use in Lolita. I definitely think that you can do it, but I feel like they do give off a harder edge to the look. So what I'm thinking is, it's gonna be a little bit out there. It's gonna be a little bit controversial, but hear me out, okay? Don't wear a blouse. Oh my gosh, right? Find an oversized graphic tee with a similar color scheme to this. So maybe like a horror movie or a video game or a band that you like, and put it over the dress and then gather it in the back to make like a ponytail so that it looks like a crop top. And have this so that the shirt kind of ends where the waist is, if possible. And then take the little ponytail, tuck it up. I think that it would be really cool to like experiment with some like heavier punk metal looking makeup, and take your hair and like push the sides back, pin it back to make kind of like a fake mohawk, like have your hair like all fluffy in the center. While looking for a visual to represent the hairstyle I had in mind, I found some tutorials and then some people following those tutorials complaining that the styles were damaging to black hair. I didn't want to show an image of an example and move on without addressing that there is a lot of complexity to afro-textured hair that I haven't learned and can't relate to. Through research, I found that this 17 example and this video by Taste Pink show two different ways to do this hairstyle and seems safe, but it's not my place to decide that. I wanted to bring attention to Saxon Blue's article on wearing Lolita with afro-textured hairstyles because I think it could be really helpful to give more ideas. For this hypothetical coordinate that I was advising, I think you can really choose any hairstyle, and that can be the focus rather than having a big headpiece of sorts, since this is a edgy, punky, experimental coordinate. Wow, this video is really focusing on hair. We should love our hair and not be afraid to wear it in Lolita. Also, if you want to wear wigs too. It's still your hair. It doesn't matter if you grew it or you bought it. This also goes for bald Lolitas. I think being bald and wearing Lolita would be a cool look too. Embrace different styles. And have some like studded bracelets and maybe fishnets. Oh my gosh, like if it's possible to find like a red and black like mismatched fishnet with this and like even tear bigger holes in it. Maybe that might not be your style. I'm going like real like edgy with this, but I think that it could look really cool, and I actually got this idea from one of the Lady Sloth designers, Anna. She frequently styles graphic tees with Lolita and I love how it looks. You could also do a similar thing but in a more old school style, so have the same idea with the wire use, an oversized t-shirt, do the same thing but roll up the sleeves and find a removable collar or a fake like collar like this, and then have your hair as it is and maybe wear the rectangle head piece that you had in your first coordinate. At first I was worried to give this advice because it's a little experimental and I didn't want to imply this punk style on someone who wouldn't be interested. But then after looking through Jade's Instagram, I saw that she watched 80 horror movies in 1 month. So somehow I feel like this isn't too far-fetched and you could totally incorporate some of your other fandom and interests into Lolita. I know that you asked for a different headpiece suggestion for this cord and I did not give you that, but I honestly don't know what to say because I really like this headpiece. I feel like you should have more confidence with it. Sweet Mildred used to make these headpieces that were also like made out of little frames, and I think that it would be really cute and cool to have something similar, whether Sweet Mildred still makes them and you could order one, or if you could DIY one, but like a little frame with a bat, that'd be really cute too. I'm trying to think of more headpiece options, but I just really like this. Hi Lore, this print from Diamond Honey was a dream print of mine, and I got it a few months ago at the start of winter. I'm used to wearing it in a Manhera style, with a nurse cap, a medical mask, and printed tights that have syringes and medical supplies, but it's getting really warm in my city, and I can't even wear tights without boiling. So I tried to make the dress a completely different direction, not realizing that I only own lavender stuff for Sweet. This spray is what I pair with my Milky Chan OP. RIP to my mostly bittersweet purple black wardrobe. I really hate the blouse, so I'd love some advice on that, as well as what other headwear I could wear. I'm trying to get some red or black tea parties and maybe white or pink ruffle socks. Okay, let's take a look. I feel like I'm gonna go really like edgy weird with this one too. But if you could find a fishnet shirt, I think that it would look really cool with this and it would help you in the heat, survive the heat. This medical theme print is kind of edgy and you could do it in an edgy way. And I think that a way to make a fishnet shirt look more fitting with Lolita would be to get a matching wrist cuffs, like black wrist cuffs with it, and then pair it and it would make you less warm. And then I feel like you could wear like a spiked headband with this, would be really cool. The shoes to me are reading not like soft enough. I'm not sure if these are shoes that you need to wear. So like if you need to wear them, then wear them. Maybe add like some interesting like cropped socks, possibly like little frilly. I'm lifting up my leg and you can't even see it. I just started giving them advice that they literally already mentioned in their message, so just ignore that. But going back to the punk edgy idea for this coordinate, I think that Doc Martens or just boots in general would look really cool with this. When I saw this originally too, I was thinking of Otaku's nurse hats and Puvitel's nurse hats, but you said you've already worn them before. But I do think that they would be really cute with this. I feel like all of the ideas that I'm coming up with for this are like more over the top and less casual and wearable. Like it would be really cool to try to recreate some of the things in the print, like a bottle or a pill bottle or like this bow here. That would be kind of fun to make with a little cross in it. Investing in a rectangle headpiece or like a half bonnet or a frilly headpiece like that is always so good too, because when you can't think of anything and you just want to complete the look, you can just throw it on. And I think that a white one would be good because you could use it for other pieces, but also like a red one. It doesn't sound like you could use a red one with the rest of your wardrobe, but I feel like for this it might look really cute. Or a pink one, like the same color as your beret, might help give you more options to wear it with the rest of your wardrobe. I hope that gave you some more ideas on how to style Lolita, and as always, stay lovely.